But if you do go to a good horror film, I'm going to give you fair warning. The tension is always ratcheted up so high, especially at the end, and all of a sudden everything seems to be resolved. You know, the monster is dead. The threat is over. We're finally at peace. And the music is so soft and slow at the end. There's something else coming. There's always something else coming. The monster just jumps out of life again and attacks everybody at the end. Just when you think you're at peace, the bad guy suddenly appears. So ultimately, in a horror film, there's never any peace. And then there's always the sequels. So I remember when I was growing up, I used to watch a TV show. It was actually after my bedtime, but I snuck. Anyway, I don't want to confess that yet. It was called Kolchak the Night Stalker. I think I told you about him once before. And it was a journalist who studied the monsters, you know, vampires and all these bad guys. And I would watch this and be terrified the entire time about what these monsters could do, But I would always, alone, because I was sinning, alone, listening to this TV show, and I always had to watch to the end because I wanted the monster to be dead before I went to sleep. So I'd watch it to the end, the monster would die, I could be at rest, and I could go to sleep. Then every once in a while, at the very end of the TV show, it would say, "To be continued." And I couldn't sleep for a week until it was over. And the reason I tell you that story is I think that we sometimes as Christians, we still think the monster is alive, and we live as if he's alive. We live in terror, and we shouldn't. We live as if we weren't reconciled friends with the living God. We live as if something, soon the other shoe's going to drop, right? Something's going to happen. I'm going to be exposed, or the weakness of my Christianity is going to be brought to light. And so the other shoe might drop, and I have to live constantly in fear. I live to be continued instead of, it is finished. We need to live, it is finished.